Okay, so once you get to this point, you can start thinking about where you want to put your beads, which will be your emphasis point on your spiderweb dream catcher. At this point, I could start thinking about putting my beads here because I've already gone around once for sure and I'm working on my second. Probably one more circle around would make sense before I start to apply my emphasis point through this bead and the other two that you choose. I just chose all three black, but many of you will probably have 3 different colors or 2 of one kind and 1 of another. So maybe about here, okay, I could think, okay, I could put my beads here. Although when I look at my dream catcher that I have here, I notice that this is probably the shortest one. So if I'm going to hang it from here, from the shortest leg, maybe I actually want to put my beads here, or even here, here, or here. I guess it kind of depends on what you think will look the best and where you want your emphasis point. I'm choosing to do my emphasis point on the side right here. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 fairly evenly spaced web lines. Now I'm going to put my beads right here. So I just essentially pull this string all the way to its end. I might need to snip the edge just to make it a little bit more crisp and easier to thread through the beads. Okay, so there's one. And sorry friends, I have oil pastel underneath my nails. I can see now because it's the end of an art day and you get kind of messy when you are doing art all day, especially with kindergartners and first graders. Okay, so I have all 3 on and I just pull them all the way through closer towards my web. Okay, I want to make the string nice and taut. That means nice and tight. I don't want it to be real loose and dangling like that. Okay, I want it nice and tight. And just kind of see what looks good, what makes sense. You know what? I can already tell it's too close to my other webs. This is what I mean about undoing. And actually, I can keep these on. I'm just gonna undo that little wrap there. Okay. I'm gonna pull it down. I'm gonna make a bigger space right here because I think the weights make it nice and taut again. The weight of the beads kind of pull it in. So let's try that again. That looks better. See the difference? Just by adding a little bit more space between the 2 lines, my beads aren't falling into the other line ahead of it. All right, so now I can continue that jump. Keep going around. Still thinking about my spacing so that it's even. And the pattern looks really neat with straight lines in a circular manner. Okay, that looks good. Oh, sorry if I'm getting off video for you guys. Maybe I'll redo this video. We'll have to see how much time Mrs. Artel has. As you can see, the other videos were interrupted. Well, the first one you could probably figure it out because you could hear Mr. Darmody give his morning hello, which is always nice to hear, but not when you're actually taping. And then the second time I had another visitor join me at the door, so I had to stop again. Okay, so I'm getting kind of close to the end of my string. Now I need to start eyeballing it and thinking to myself, where do I want this to end? How long do I want this to be for me to hang it or whatever I want to do? It looks like this isn't completely, like the pattern itself doesn't look complete. If I did this, it might. So I could put it there, and this is again the shortest leg that just ended up being, so that might make sense to put it there. Maybe I eyeball it and be like, do I want it there? No. I think I'm actually going to stop it here. So I'm going to wrap it around, and this you might need help from me or a friend, but you basically want to tie a little knot. Can you see? Pull it through, make it nice and tight and taut. There. Now I have a nice long string to hang my spiderweb dream catcher from. It's pretty cool. Now the one optional thing you might want to think about is the ends. You can, if you want, just kind of bend it in a little bit. It'll shorten it, so it'll give a different kind of look, not so jagged. It'll also make it less likely to catch on anything, and it's a little less dangerous with the metal wire poking through in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, just because I tend to hurt myself because I can be a little clumsy from time to time. So it's probably best that I just kind of safety guard this for myself. Especially if you have a little brother or sister, or maybe you want to do that. There. We still have it kind of sticking out. And you know what's kind of neat about this? It actually kind of looks like the shape of a spider. Of course, I don't have 8 legs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's not really a spider. But if I added one more pipe cleaner to the mix, it'd be 8 legs like a spider. Okay, well, I know you're all going to do a great job on your spider web dream catchers. Remember that you can always unravel and restart. And that is normal for 3rd and 4th graders, and not a big deal. Try not to get frustrated. If you are finding yourself feeling frustrated, that's when you ask a friend next to you, or you ask me, because that's what I'm here for. I can't wait to see your awesome spiderweb dream catchers. All right, let's get started.